All right, it's time for math. I wonder how many of you clicked on the links in the math games. The math games are very important because that's taking place of our math races and drill in class. So I'm going to show you this game. If you see Cool Teacher with the E missing because I ran out of letters, that's me. So if you get in a race with me, that'll be fun. So if you do race me, let me know because I want to know that you raced me. All right, let's try it. All right, so when it first comes up, you join one of these games. This one, you have to click quickly. If there's four, this one has more than four. So you're the blue horse, this is you. The questions will come up here, and you click on them as fast as you can. At first it's kind of scary, but you can do it. Here's a blue one. Mrs. Quilty's playing My Name right now. Ooh, she's beating all those kids. These different people all over the country. Watch out, Mrs. Quilty, they're gaining. Oops. Sometimes you're going to hit the wrong one by mistake, even though you know it. That's what happened to Mrs. Quilty. I'm sure she knows that. That happens to me too. This one's running away. Look at that. All right, let's check her score here. She finished way above the rest of them. She must be a teacher. Hold on, don't go off yet. They're going to tell you how you finished. And then on the other one, we'll just click it, or just get the race started, and then we'll quit so you can see that one. This is the horse race, and she missed one. Mrs. Quilty, what is 14 divided by 7?
It's 2.
It's 2, but sometimes when you know the answer and you say the wrong one, guess what? We do that too. All right, wow, 50.68 seconds. She beat this person by almost 4 seconds. She did a good job. All right, let's try the multiplication one really quickly. Cool Teacher. And if there's not one to join, you have to start one, okay? We're the red car. Then just maybe do part of the game and go out. We have to wait for everybody to get in. Get ready. This is so nervous. It's so scary. No, not this. It's exciting. Oh, they're gaining on you. Oh, you're going to have to stay in this game. They're going to catch you. The red car's coming up. Oh, you're the red car. Blue car's ahead of you. Oh, you just passed. Good job. The blue car was ahead, but she passed. She's really doing good now. I do think you missed one. Let's see. I think she might have missed one because it showed the right answer and emptied everything else. Let's see. She did miss one, but I know she knows 4 times 5 equals 20. But when you're in a hurry, you get so excited and you click the wrong thing. All right. Well, be sure to do that. We're not drilling today. I want you to do this for drill. It's fun. You'll really have a good time. You don't have to win, but it's exciting. It's practice. You get faster and faster. You may want to have a goal to beat your own time. I was trying to beat my own time because I was winning a lot. I just want to get quicker and quicker. Okay, now let's look at today's lesson. Today we're talking about plotting points on a line graph. And I think that many of you have done this before. I remember if you went to school here last year, we did this in 2nd grade. Let's look at this. Read with me the instructions. It says 1 point represents both the across and the up numbers. For point 3, 2, go across 3 and up 2. And that's where you make your plot. You mark the plot here, and that is 3, 2. All right, let's look at this one. For where I did that. So that's this. If you've ever played Battleship, it's much like that, except for it doesn't have like A7. We're just using all numbers. So this is 3, 2. Now, let's go over here. We're going to plot these numbers on the line graph. First, I want you to try to plot it before I get it. So you're checking your answer. 1, 1, so 1 across and then 1 up. I'm going to mark it, but don't look at it until you mark yours. 1 across and 1 up. Now, let's go ahead and do the next one. 2 across and 3 up. Go ahead and do that. I'll step back a second. Do 2 across and 3 up. All right, check yours. Here's 2 across and then 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you don't count 0 as 1. That's where you start. So you take 1, 2, 3 steps. Now, 3, 5 means 3 across and 5 up. Go ahead and mark that. All right, if you've already marked it, look up and see if you have it right. 3 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Now, use your ruler to draw a line to connect the points. I'm going to use my big yardstick. Make sure you line them up and then put your pencil against your ruler. If you don't have a ruler, get a straight edge, something that's straight, so you have good lines. Okay, that's all there is about plotting lines. That's very easy. Plotting points on a line. Let's review our clocks really quickly. Write what time it is here. Remember that when the little hand is after a number, that's the hour it is. So this little spot here is like the door of 7's house. It's like taking a trip to grandma's house. You can't wait to get there. You can't wait to get there. And then when you get there, you're at the door. That would be 7 o'clock. So now we're going to round and we count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then we're going to count these by 1s. So this is 25, 26, 27. Looks like it's 28. But what is the hour? What is the hour? Okay, if you said 7, it's right, because now everything between 7 and 8 is 7. So the time is 7:28. Another way you can do it is this is 7:30, and then you can count backwards 29, 28. This is where that's going. All right, those two you're going to do on your own. Now, we need to review estimating. We've had estimating before, but it's been a while. On your charts that's listed that you're going through, we have the rounding car that goes up the hill and down the hill. Remember, if 5 is in the 1's place, you're going to round it to the next 10. If it's 4, 3, 2, or 1, it's going to go down to the lower 10. So we're going to estimate the sums by first rounding. So we look at the 7. Is 7 more, half or more? Yes, here's the half point right here. So 6, 7, and 8, and 9 go to the next 10. So 7 is going to round up, so the next 10 and 17 is 20. Then we're going to look at 22. What is 2? 2 is less than 5, so it's on this side of the hill. So it's going to go down between the two 20s, 20 and 30. That's going to be 20 also. So what is 20 plus 20? 40. Our estimated sum is 40. Now let's look at D. These two you're going to do the same way. Now this time there's a 0 in the 1's place. So on these we're going to the closest, that we're rounding to the closest 100, and we have to check the 10's place. It would be the same here. So you're looking in the 10's place. If it's a 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to go down. If it's 5, 6, 7, or 8, you're going to go up. So 60 is closer to 100 because 6 is on this side of the hill. So we're going to round that up to the next 100. What is the next 100? Between 100 and 200 is 200. So you're rounding that to the next 100. We're rounding 410 to the next 100, and we have a 1. So this will be between 400 and 500. Since there's a 1, we're going to go to the lower and write 400. What is 200 plus 400? Well, 2 plus 4 is 6. So 200 plus 400 is 600. Okay, let's look at the mixed numbers here. Write the mixed numbers for these figures. What I want you to do is pause your video and work that. And then turn it back on and we'll check it. Okay, let's check it. Did you get 1 whole and 1/3? Let's do B. Did you get 2 whole? Now, this is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's only one of them left, so we're going to say 1/4. We're not used to dividing triangles into fourths, but you can, as we just see right here, you can. All right, here is 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 6, so 1 and 5, 6. And here is 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3 over 4, so 2 and 3/4. If you got them right, give yourself a pat on the back. If you didn't get them all right, that's okay. You're going to just try again and we'll get that, so you know that. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the back of the page. And everybody look at the back of the page. What are we doing here? Well, yesterday you learned about adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So we have mixed numbers, a whole number, 87 and 3/11, plus 31 and 2/11. The first thing you have to do when we're adding or subtracting, we always start to the farthest right. So if we have cents, we're going to, like 25 cents, we always start in the pennies place. If we had dollars, like $145, we start in the $1 place. Since we have fractions, that's to the right, we have to start on the right. We start at the least value first. All right, let's look at that. So we're adding. We first need to notice that both of them have 11 as the denominator. They must have the same before you can add or subtract. So we're going to add 3 plus 2 equals 5. And what do we have? We have 5 what? 5/11. Very easy. You've actually been already adding and subtracting fractions, but you just haven't done it with whole numbers. Now you're just going to go ahead and add like you normally would with whole numbers. So 7 plus 1 equals 8. 8 plus 3 equals 11. So 87 and 3/11 plus 31 and 2/11 equals 118 and 5/11. That's not hard at all. Same thing, we're going to do the same thing here. This one looks scary, but it's not. What is 2 minus 1? Well, that's 1, so it's 1/5. It's not scary. Then just go ahead and subtract like you normally do. Okay, let's go to number 7. Use the reference temperatures to help you choose greater or less or equals. Now, we have this chart on our screen where we're studying the Fahrenheit and Celsius on the back cover of your book. Now we need every time we need to be practicing Fahrenheit and Celsius. So let's look at this. 212 degrees Fahrenheit, how does that compare to 100 degrees Celsius? Did you say that's a boiling point of water for both? I hope so, because it is. So they equal. In Fahrenheit, 212 degrees, that is a boiling point of water. In Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water. Now let's look here. 98 degrees Fahrenheit and 98 degrees Celsius. What do you think is the greatest here? You know? Okay, Celsius is the greatest because you use a smaller temperature for the heat. Look here, 100 degrees is the same as 212 in Fahrenheit. So that means that this is a lot colder. 98 degrees, you can be that and not have a temperature, not have a fever. But at 212, the water will boil. So this is right near boiling point. So that is definitely the greatest. All right, let's look at this one. Celsius 37 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Which one is greater? If you said Celsius, you're right. Because 37 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Fahrenheit, the lower the number, for example, the freezing point in Celsius is 0. That's a low number. The freezing point in Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. So the number of 0 is less, so it has greater value. If this is the same, you need more of the Fahrenheit to equal the Celsius. Fahrenheit needs a bigger number. So let's look at this. If 32 degrees and 32 degrees, what are you going to write there? This is kind of tricky. You really have to think about it. Anytime it's the same, Celsius is always going to be the greater. Because look, these equal. 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoops, I just gave you the next answer, didn't I? I bet some of you noticed that right away. See, that's the same because both of those are the freezing point of water. Let's look at this. 100 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. What did I say? If the numbers are the same, don't put equals because it's not equal. If you have the same number in Fahrenheit and Celsius, Celsius is greater. Remember, it takes 100 degrees Celsius for the water to boil. And you have to have 212 degrees Fahrenheit to make the water boil. All right, the division, I'm not going to go over that. There's only one. I want you to do that on your own, and you can check it tomorrow and look at the steps. Just make sure you follow the steps. Divide, multiply, subtract, compare, and bring down. And as long as you have digits, you need to go ahead and bring down. All right, let's look at this one. We haven't done this for a while. What we need to do when we have an equation with an unknown number is, what do we do first? What do we do first? We solve the known. So we're going to go ahead and work the known. So 17 minus 12. Actually, this right here, we have another step that we need to remember. If we have a parentheses, we have to work that first. I just went ahead and did it, but I just need to remind you, when we have a parentheses, we work it first. Say, work the parentheses first. Work the parentheses first. It's very important that you work the parentheses first. So what is 17 minus 12? If you said 5, you're right. Now we can multiply this 5. So we're going to go 5 times 4. Go ahead and rewrite n plus 6. Now we still have this that we need to work. 5 times 4 equals, say it before I do, please. Okay, 20. Now, here we have plus 6. We have to get n all by itself. So if we have plus 6, we have to take away the 6. So if we take away the 6, we're going to subtract 6. To keep it balanced, we're saying it equals, if we subtract 6 on this side, we also have to subtract 6 on this side. So 20 minus 6 equals 14. So here we have this as n by itself equals 14. Now you have to work it, but put 14 in the place of n. So is 14 plus 6 equal to 17 minus 12 times 4? Okay, what is 14 plus 6? Yes, 20. I could just feel you saying it. You're thinking aloud, and I think I'm hearing you. So we already noticed here that 17 minus 12 is 5. Minus 12 is 5. So what is 5 times 4? 5 times 4 equals 20. If they equal the same, then it's right. Okay? Good. These I'm not going to go over with you. Those are review. Those are review. The main thing to remember down here, check your sign. Here we have plus, times, and subtract. So it is a good idea to actually circle that. And then another thing to remember is make sure, since you're multiplying money, you need to have that decimal point for this 2 places for the dimes and pennies place. And don't forget to bring your $sign down. So have a good day, and just know we're thinking about you. If you have a question, you can reach out to us. We're available for you. We may be helping someone else when you're trying to get us. So one time you may have to circle that and come back to it, just like we do in school when I'm working with somebody else. But we'll get back to you if you have a problem that your parents can't help you with. Have a good day.